Say hi. We are on our way to Fredericksburg for the Renaissance Fair. That's a nice car. I'm actually surprised the little old lady's driving the car and actually keeping up with everyone else. She knows how to drive that car. Hey look, there's Busch Gardens. Yes, Busch Gardens is the trees. Actually, no. The exit for Busch Gardens is right there. Huh? Oh, okay. Have you gotten to where you actually remember how to get there without GPS now? Nice. There. Yeah. No, I agree. We should do more.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Huh?
Glad to edit this part out. So like right now you can get a topic and just talk about the topic.
Yeah. I think one of the problems, like one of the reasons why I don't do as many videos though, of that is just mainly because battery dies. Now this camera right here was actually intended specifically for vlogging, but we know from a distance like Screen doesn't do very well at nighttime in the Screen areas. But the problem is the batteries die rather quickly.
The camera that I wouldn't get that's specifically for me, like for the vlogging part or whatever, would also be right.
Right.
But it's gonna be me specifically for like just recording the video. Okay.
Okay.
I'll make sure it has the mini tripod and stuff like that. And then I'm gonna try and get the Bluetooth mic set up.
Oh yeah.
So while we're driving or whatever, right? I can figure out a way to set the camera up on the front of the car and we just drive while we're recording and talking. Like, we make a list of like the topics we want to talk about, right? Or that we'd like to talk about. That we can just go on a random tangent. Right?
Yeah.
And then after that, when we feel like we've had enough of that topic, we can hit the stop record, take a break or whatever. And we still have the list, so then all we have to do after that, now we feel like talking again, we move on to the next topic. You know what I mean? And we just hit the record button again.
I saw there was a little camera that I wanted to get. It's like a body camera, so when I'm at like the cat corner or at Crawls, I have video.
I wanted to get one of those type of things, like where it also works and tests and stuff, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we might not do DoorDash anymore, but I see where I could.
I still would like getting close to like GoPro and body camera type stuff.
Yeah.
Just because still would like having whatever.
I'm playing my game. I have to be level 20.
If it ain't cool music with actual change it to a TikTok.
This has the lyrics. It's more chanting, but it's got lyrics.
You know what I mean, man?
I know. Come on, that was funny. I love you. There's a cop right there.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, nah, he's still there.
That thing really going 65.
I
He's
know.
on the 70.
I also like how it says he was hidden. That didn't look very hidden to me. Like the head.
There was one back on Mercury where they said it was hidden. He was hidden, alright. He was in deep in the incline that I guess that they reverse parked into or whatever. Right?
Uh-huh.
He was covered by a good shrubbery and trees that were hiding him from anybody coming to the direction that he's trying to catch people on. He was hidden, alright.
Dang. Do you know if he actually caught anyone?
I didn't see anybody. Like, there was nobody really. There was people cutting up and being stupid, but by the time they even got to the police, they were back in the lane and they were just fixing in the lane because you couldn't come over.
Dressed with black cowboy boots.
Yeah, like I may have to wear and stuff like that. I mean, like enjoy every now and then, you know. I mean, enjoy every now and then. What do you call it? I've been to the Western Carolina doing that. Got my pieces and everything, but I'm not gonna rock the style of you know, wedding. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd much rather just wear it every now and then.
Oh, hey, look, 118. She said once you get past 118, traffic can be horrible, especially on a Friday.
So far,
Oh, we're almost there. Indoor water park that looks kind of like the hot springs that I went to in Wisconsin. They had an indoor water park, but they also had like an actual swimming pool. Just saw the water tower for Spotsylvania. I will say this kind of sucks that this time we're not just down the road from the Renaissance Fair like we were last year, but it's okay because it's still just a half hour away. Yeah, of course. You see, according to the tickets, it starts at. I said according to the tickets. Thank you. It does not say what time it starts. Really? How can the tickets not say that? Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to look it up. But I think last year didn't it start at like 10 or something? Yeah. So we'll have to look it up. Or I could check the email, the confirmation email, and see if it says. But I just printed out the.
Well, the only reason I'm asking is because we're going to be 30 minutes away. I don't want us to get there, you know, later than when it's supposed to open. I want to be able to get there and, you know, watch things open up, stuff like that. Have our time to walk around.
Yeah. Just look at all that traffic. That's a lot. They're backed all the way up, like way far back. So we are like 6 minutes away from our destination. But we're gonna make one little tiny pit stop to pick up some cookies that we ordered from Where's My Cake, which we when we went to the pagan festival, oh my god, they made the best cookies I have ever had. So we decided since we were coming out here, and then we would go ahead and order some. And we ordered a dozen. So yeah. So we're gonna go pick those up real quick before we head to the hotel.
Excellent, mate. You will make me very proud. Thank you. In a quarter of a mile, turn left.
Alright, I just wanted to show this just because I like having this type of stuff for record, so, but just the shower curtain rod is loose. That's about it. So, when I'm recording, when I looked up the hotel in Fredericksburg, or rather, actually, you know what? Come to think, I didn't actually look up the hotel address to the Renaissance Fair. My bad. So, I just looked up Fredericksburg. I kind of forgot that Fredericksburg is also a county. There's like two different Fredericksburgs. You have the county, and then you have the city. Well. So we ended up staying an hour away from the it was more like 51 minutes away from the Renaissance Fair, so we are on our way there. The Renaissance Fair started like an hour and a half ago, but usually they have so much stuff going on that I'm not really worried about missing anything. I definitely want to. Oh, that was me.
Historic stop.
Huh?
It was like a little historical stop.
Yeah, I never even noticed that. If I'd have seen that, I'd have been like, let's pull over for a second and, snap a quick picture or whatever if we could.
Oh, this is good. I like this one.
Yeah.
Good.
So now we're on our way to the Renaissance Fair. And could definitely live out here. I also saw a sign that mentioned Spotsylvania Courthouse with Battlefield.
Yeah, so
And I definitely could live out here.
easily. Like this would be a beautiful escape.
When we leave, we'll also see how far away we are from Shenandoah. Because if we're not that far,
Take a quick trip up there.
yeah.
We'll just get things packed up or whatever. As we work.
I definitely want to save up money to stay at that bed and breakfast that I found out here, the one that's on a farm, and literally just try and come out here for a week and just explore everything between Fredericksburg and Spotsylvania.
Oh, the bed and breakfast, not the Airbnb.
Bed and breakfast or Airbnb, I guess it doesn't. I mean, to me they're kind of the same, but I guess they're kind of not because one.
An Airbnb, you stay by yourself.
Yeah.
You don't need to worry about the homeowners being around. Just chill out and do some work by yourself.
Gotcha.
Don't worry about other people. Like, the reason why I want to do that is because I want us to be able to us. Not have to watch what we say or watch what we do. Feel like it can disturb them, whatever, you know what I mean? I want to be able just to get to an Airbnb, escape from home, from bed, relax and do us. That's it.
When you go back to work on Monday, and I'll remind you to look into this because I don't know if it's in I didn't see it in the your things. Find out how much time you need to put in advance for a day off. Yeah. The reason why I'm asking is because in September is the Witches Pride Festival, and we know that's free.
I can do that now.
Okay, I'll get you the days for that one. I think it's the last weekend in September, but I'll double check the days.
Everybody else racing to get ahead of this guy. I said, fuck that shit. I'm stay behind him. He's gonna be my tank if shit goes down. You think I'm joking, but this dude's just gonna take off like everybody else is, and guess who's gonna be behind him to be able to get through everybody?
Right?
This guy.
Yeah.
So if shit goes down on this road, on a single lane road, he's my tank to get through it all.
Well, hell yeah.
He's the bully that everybody's gonna be like, oh, he's panicking trying to skirt out the way. Well, should have gotten out the way, so stay behind him. Now he's hitting all of y'all, not me.
I'll be honest with you, if I lived out here,
I was prepared.
if I lived out here and we had like a house and we had enough land, I would definitely want to get me a horse. I would
say we would at least get a horse or two.
And I don't
Because I'm
want.
sure every now and then I would want to ride a horse every now and then.
I was gonna say I'm not opposed to working horses. I'm not opposed to.
Really, working horses, more like I just want to ride horses.
I was gonna say, and
Look,
I'm not opposed to
as
other horses, but I
much as I
want.
love the ideal of having to work a farm and stuff like that, and I love the countryside. I'm not that type of person though. Like I'm big in the open fields and country stuff and everything, but not to work a field though.
I was gonna say
I
that
like that.
I would really like I definitely want to make sure it's young enough to where it's not gonna go lame or elderly. for a while so we can, have a chance to get some. Okay, so if it's too old, it's not rideable.
Yeah.
So I want it young enough to where, I basically want a horse meant for riding.
It's not like a kid something. It's meant for work and try to ride it at the time. That's not how that works. We would make sure we get one that, can grow up and understand.
You know what movie?
He's there for our love, affection, care. You're right.
They've redone Black Beauty a couple of times, right? But you know what movie I would absolutely love for them to remake and remaster? Misty of Chincoteague. I read the book when I was younger, and then I later on found out years later that there was a movie, and I watched it, and it's an old movie, right? So it's real grainy and everything, but it's great. It's awesome. If I remember right, it was like black and white or just starting color type thing. But yeah, I would love to have them remake that movie. And Chincoteague is an island in Virginia too, which I didn't know at the time.
Exactly. If I remember correctly, my sister and I, we had Black Beauty on a VHS.
I did too.
Yeah, we watched it a couple times in the car, like when we had a minivan or whatever. We had a minivan that I think you could watch. I don't remember. I don't know.
Look at the size of that high school. That's a big.
I thought Morton Ranch was
Huh?
Morton Ranch High School, which is the high school I went to back in Texas. I think I showed you that. Like, I thought that was a huge school. I'm looking at this one now.
That's like university huge.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's.
Oh no, it's 2-story. Never mind, it's 2-story. I thought maybe it was only that big because they made it where it was just a 1-story school.
I don't think I've ever seen a high school that big before. Even Gloucester County.
I'm trying to remember any of the ones in Texas that I maybe have seen, but even the ones in Houston, I don't think I've seen them big. Uh-oh, we lost a pet carrier. Possibly. Maddie?
I think ranger type, like
either a hunter or an assassin, maybe?
Yeah.
So like either a ranger, which would be the hunter, or a scout, which are more likely assassins, because
Well, when I think of assassin, I think more along the lines of rogue. When I think hunter, I think like ranger.
I'm thinking of World of Warcraft. I'm not thinking just.
Oh yeah, okay.
I'm talking about like also real life shit.
Oh yeah.
Like if I think of a ranged person, that's for me. That's hunters and stuff. When I start thinking of like rogues and stuff like that. That's computed all into scouts. Like those are the people that would normally you'd see the ones, right? You normally see them going off before everybody else, right? Coming back with info.
I'm glad we ain't got.
They are an assassin because they know how to take care of their own if they still have to take care of business.
Yeah.
When it comes to the teams, they're the best to get info. They're the best to, to basically get in there and get out.
Whoever lives in that house must hate it if they have to go somewhere.
It's probably people who are involved with the winery stuff, so technically no. I have a feeling that's a house where people that involve themselves with the winery.
Richmond now has a Renaissance fair, and I've considered it, but after looking into it, this right here still seems to be the biggest one. And this one, I mean, given the fact that it's called the Virginia Renaissance Fair, and if you type in Renaissance Fair in Virginia, this is one that pops up.
Yeah.
So that tells me this is the major one. All right. Okay.
that stupid enough for you?
No!
Then we have a message from our sponsors. Audience, all jokes aside, if I have touched your heart in some sort of dark and twisted way and either fixed or caused trauma, this is where you can complain to the manager. I get to do this through the kindness and courtesy and joy that is you guys. Without your love, this doesn't exist. Without your love, I'm playing Dead by Daylight at home. All jokes aside, if you have enjoyed the show, you can come up to your high five, that's awesome. I will also take your 5s, your 10s, and your 20s, and I will say this, my therapist only takes 50s and not 100s. Are you guys ready for one of the dumbest things that I know how to do? I'm going to go ahead and introduce you. Prop number 1 is what I like to call my shocky, no football stick. I call it a shocky, no football stick because the word taser is an acronym. And if you say taser 3 times, it summons law enforcement. Somewhere a police officer is going, danger where? That's number 1. I got 2 more of those tasers. That's number 1 and this one right here. Now, the second thing that I need to grab is back here. I got my flip one. That's stick number 1. That is stick number 2. Now, I grew up on shows like Gino Warrior Princess and movies like The Roll. I decided to make my own little death plate. That is literally what this is. This is a serrated spinning plate with steak knives. You learned to bake bread during the pandemic. I got into welding. How this is going to work? His first feature is going to give me things to make everyone uncomfortable. Second, I'm going to gently place these tasers between my legs. That's the only way you can place tasers there, gently. I am sure that this will cause no permanent medical trauma whatsoever. I am then going to turn them off. Now, there are 2 rules of this. Number 1, this gets loud. I'm going to turn off my microphone out of respect for you guys. Number 2, if I cut myself, I'm getting shocked. And if I get shocked, something's going to change and stabbed. Audience, have you enjoyed this travesty? Do you want to be it? Do you want to enable me? That was a spattering of babies, I'll take it. All jokes aside, you guys have been amazing wonders audience. It's been a privilege and honor to have been your bad idea. I will be up here for awkward exchanges of autistic eye contact, $5 bills, the occasional high five in the chat. You guys have the most amazing day.
So we are heading home now. GPS says about 12:18. We're about an hour and 53 minutes away. And we just checked out of the hotel and everything. I never noticed how pretty the highway is out here. I know, completely random thought. God, I want to see more of that show. Like, seriously. I think the last show I watched that intently, what was it? That I just sat there and watched it like that. Like, very intently without looking away from it. It was good. That's probably going to be a show I couldn't even play Sims while watching because I'd be.
Yeah, you'd be too attentive to the show.
Yeah. Hey, look, there's a rest stop. Rest area. I didn't realize there was one that close to the hotel. Seriously, I wouldn't mind at some point getting an Airbnb out here for a week.
Yeah.
And that would give us literally, if we could plan it around the time where the Renaissance Fair or the Witches Pride Festival, because then on, huh? Yeah.
Our birthday cakes, lit candles made their own takes, wedding rings, maples too, all our things they claim as new. Bonfires now, just 4th of July. Forget where the fire first kissed the sky. Charms and stuff.
Of course, that would be a time where I'd want to try to bring Raven, though.
Good vibes up.
You know, have that be the trip of, you know, how far. Oh, Asher said this morning that Raven, she's like, she's being really needy today. And she's like, every time I leave the room, she cries for me. And I'm like, yeah, that tells me she misses us because she does that with us. She doesn't do that as much with us. She more like yells at us when we come back in the room. But I think that's just her missing us. And right now, Asher's that comfort for her. Honestly, it's why I was trying not to let her go over to Zach's when we, mainly because I know Raven finds comfort in Asher, but like I told Asher, it's really, you know, it's up to Omi and Opa, and if they say she can go, she can go. We're still here, still alive. That said, he'd have done what Polly did, go where the money is. Of course, I would have told Dad, like, if Dad had mentioned something about you, right? Jokes coming about country music, too. One of my most favorite cliche songs, though, is Texas Tornado. Have you ever heard that one? Mind if I find it? Oh, it's... What is your pin? Okay. It says, added security feature. Your pin hasn't been used in a while, so use your pin.
Yeah, my last one did that too. I hated it because I had to type in, but I was too lazy to change it to just a pin. So now with that just being a pin, it's not a...
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, because I guess it refreshed here. I don't know why it did that. Oh, it's because your phone locked, and I had to re-enter the PIN, so I think it just kind of... Huh?
It'll
Strike the last here. Let's get going. Keep your eye out for the Red Death. Oh, she's grumpy, and if we stumble on her eggs, she'll breathe fire right on our bums.
Alright.
I'll be up and said you were coming to town. Thought I'd like to tell you hello. Driving no friend around. I pulled up to the airport. I put in off that plane. I knew I was your friend. I'm a Texas tornado.
Yes, I've heard this.
Wait, have
Swore it wouldn't happen again, but I looked at you and there I'm like a tumbleweed in a Wild West Texas wind. You're blowing me away. Lying with me in Atlanta, such a beautiful life. Play me like a piano, I always let you get by. I know I'll go through hell, girl, you find someone else. Right now I'm in heaven, and I can't help myself. My little Texas tornado, blowing me away again. Swore it wouldn't happen again, but I looked at you and there I'm like a tumbleweed in a Wild West Texas wind. You're blowing me away. I'm like a tumbleweed in a Wild West Texas wind. You're blowing me away. Texas tornado, blowing me away.